When it comes to powerful superheroes, very few companies can boast the amount that DC has. I mean, just off the top of my head, Superman, Zatanna, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, John Constantine, Raven, Starfire, and Mera come to mind. DC, more than most companies, has done an excellent job of creating, developing, and pushing the proper superheroes into the spotlight. Just take a quick look at the ones I mentioned above. There really isn't a superhero in there that most couldn't name. Here are the top 10 most powerful DC superheroes in DC Comics today. Before moving on with the video, please subscribe and like the video. It motivates me to create more amazing content. Number 10. Superman. I'm going to start the list with the most obvious choice. Superman is everything that superheroes aspire to be. He's brave, fights for what's right, is willing to sacrifice himself for others, and powerful beyond measure. Superman is one of, if not the first true superhero ever created, and has survived decades of industry-wide changes. Superman is on this list of the most powerful DC superheroes because, well, he's the benchmark by which all other superheroes are measured by. While some heroes may be more intelligent, better at fighting, and quicker than Superman, none can do everything that he can. And what can he do, you ask? Anything and everything. Just name a superpower and there's a good chance that he has it. Before we move on, know that I only put him as number 10 because he's just too obvious a choice for this list. Number 9. Green Lantern. When you're a superhero whose limitation is his own imagination, you're bound to end up on a most powerful DC superheroes list. No matter if it's Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner, John Stewart, Kilowog, Sodom Yacht, or Abin Sur, Green Lanterns get their power from the Green Power Ring. With the Green Power Ring, each has the ability to physically create anything they can dream up. If they needed a giant boxing glove, they could create it. If they needed a net, they could create it. And if they needed an entire city filled with people, they could create it. All that said, the most remarkable thing about the Green Lanterns isn't the above. Instead, it's that if one should die, the ring leaves their side and seeks out a new wearer. This pretty much makes the Green Lanterns forever and unlikely to cease to be. Number 8. The Flash. If you're wondering why the Flash is on this list of most powerful DC superheroes, remember this. The Flash can travel back through time and change the future. To relaunch their universe in 2011, DC had the Flash going back through time to find out how and why things had changed in the present day. Once there, he learned that his mother was still alive, and as a consequence, everything that he knew was longer relevant. The story was called Flashpoint, and Flashpoint creatively explored the idea of the butterfly effect. For reference, the butterfly effect is an idea that states the smallest of changes in the initial conditions of something can have the largest consequences in future versions of reality. Or simply, changes to something in the past can have far-reaching effects in the future. Although the New 52 was a flop, Flashpoint showed the world why the Flash is one of the most powerful superheroes alive. Number 7. Shazam. When a character has been imbued with the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury, there are very few others that can stand up to them. That character is Shazam. Although he was created before Wonder Woman, Shazam isn't nearly as well known. This is mostly due to the decades that he spent in legal limbo. After letting the patent go on his name, Captain Marvel, DC's rival Marvel Comics quickly scooped it up and trademarked it. This forced DC to act quickly, which they didn't, and rebrand their character. The resulting rebrand gave the formerly named Captain Marvel the name Shazam. Unfortunately, at the time most were confused by the change, and as such, the now named Shazam fell deep into obscurity, which is a shame considering how powerful he is. Over the years, Shazam has managed to claw his way back to prominence. This, while great for the character, is terrible for all who oppose him. With the exception of a few, none can match the power of Shazam. Number 6. Dr. Fate. First appearing in More Fun Comics number 55 back in May of 1940, Dr. Fate was created by the legendary Gardner Fox and Howard Sherman. Although there have been various characters to take on the role, each has roughly the same power set. This is primarily due to the fact that to become Dr. Fate means that the person must have and wear the helmet of fate. Once the helmet of fate is on their head, they are given flight, telekinesis, superhuman strength, elemental and energy control, the ability to create force fields, invulnerability, telepathy, intangibility, teleportation across dimensions, and spell casting. As a spellcaster, Dr. Fate is nearly unrivaled. In addition to being one of the most powerful DC superheroes, Dr. Fate is also one of the greatest users of magic that DC has to offer. Some might even say that Dr. Fate's understanding of it is greater than Doctor Strange's. Number 5. Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter isn't only one of the top 10 most powerful DC superheroes alive, he's easily one of the top 5. Here's why. Martian Manhunter can phase through just about anything, shapeshift, has superhuman speed, durability, strength, and stamina, become invisible, possesses regenerative power, is able to fly and use telepathy, and has enhanced senses. If all this makes it sound like he can go toe-to-toe with Superman, it's because he can. Martian Manhunter is one of the most feared superheroes alive and an invaluable member of the Justice League of America. Martian Manhunter is so powerful that he has tracked the Flash through timelines, bent gods and demons to his will, and protected himself from the most violent telepathic attacks. Yeah, easily in the top 5. Number 4. Supergirl. For all the reasons that I named for Superman above, Supergirl is here. Like her famous cousin, Supergirl comes from the planet Krypton. Like her famous cousin, she derives her power from Earth's yellow sun. And like her famous cousin, there isn't too much that she can't do. Supergirl has an extensive list of powers. She possesses superhuman strength, speed, durability, stamina, hearing, and agility. She also has infrared, telescopic, X-ray, heat, microscopic, and electromagnetic vision. In addition, she is nearly invulnerable, can fly, has a healing factor, and possesses both freeze and wind breath. And that's just the beginning. Supergirl is nearly fast as any in DC, is an expert combatant, and isn't afraid to die for the greater good. All of these mean that she easily lands on this list. Number 3. Wonder Woman. When you're the most recognizable female character in the history of comics, you're bound to be one of the most powerful as well. I don't think that DC quite understood what they had when William Moulton Marston created Wonder Woman. I mean, they fought him, balked at him, and allowed people of all professions to question him about her. Thankfully, at the end of the day, all the efforts to stop him failed, and as a result, she's the female superhero that all female superheroes aspire to be. Wonder Woman is an Amazonian warrior who possesses flight, superhuman strength, speed, durability, and longevity. In addition, she is one of the greatest fighters in DC Comics and carries both the lasso of truth and the sword of Athena. Wonder Woman is as arguably as powerful as Superman, minus an ability or two, and the reason that DC captured a giant segment of the market long before Marvel did. Number 2. Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan was created by Dave Gibbons and Alan Moore and first appeared in the ever-popular Watchmen graphic novel. Before there was Dr. Manhattan, there was Jonathan Osterman. As Jonathan Osterman, he was a student of nuclear physics. One day while working at a secret facility with his better half, Jenny, Osterman wound up locked inside a test chamber. When the generator to the chamber was turned on, Osterman's body was bombarded with nuclear power. As a result, he was ripped apart and left as someone drastically different. Now, Dr. Manhattan, Osterman was given more abilities than McDonald's has menu items. Of them, the most impressive are space travel, resurrection, size altering, teleportation, time travel, replication, and matter disintegration. To say that Dr. Manhattan is overpowered isn't doing the character justice. Dr. Manhattan is so powerful that putting him on this list was as easy as putting socks in my feet when they're cold. Number 1. The Spectre. Where do I begin with the Spectre? You may not agree with me, but I believe that the Spectre is easily the pinnacle of most powerful DC superheroes. Here's why. The Spectre is the embodiment of God's vengeance. As such, he possesses immortality, can warp reality, is able to manipulate both space and time, has limitless control over matter, can see into the future, is near omnipotent, possesses cosmic awareness, is able to manipulate cosmic energy, and is omniscient. The Spectre can and will do anything he wants. He is the DC Universe's judge, jury, and executioner. If he deems you unfit for existence, he can and will wipe you from it. Put it this way, The Spectre is so powerful that even characters like Superman don't stand a chance against him. And that's it. The top 10 most powerful DC superheroes. Agree? Disagree? Who would make your powerful DC superheroes list?